This video focuses a bit on the differences again between the House and the Senate, and in particular, how long each member gets to hold their job for. So we are going to look at the House of Representatives first. All right, so members of the House are elected to 2-year terms. This means that once you get elected in the House of Representatives, you have your job for 2 years before you have to worry about getting reelected. It's also important to note that the entire House of Representatives is up for reelection every 2 years. So all 435 members of the House every 2 years all have to stand for reelection at the same time. Senate's a little bit different. They have considerably better terms. They're in office 3 times longer than a member of the House of Reps. So an individual senator gets their job for 6 years before they have to worry about getting reelected. It's also important to note that not all the senators stand for reelection every 6 years. Their terms are staggered. So basically, about a third of the Senate is up for reelection every 2 years. So there's a little bit more continuity in the Senate than there is in the House. It's also designed like this on purpose. If you're elected every 2 years, like the House is, that's supposed to be the part of Congress that is most responsive, most willing to listen to the people because you have to worry about getting reelected so often. Where the Senate kind of balances that off a little bit because you have a lot of job security. You don't have to worry about getting reelected for another 6 years after you are initially elected. So you might be able to act a little bit more based on what you think is the right thing to do compared to a representative who has to kind of almost always do what the people want. And it's also important to note that there are no term limits for either the House or the Senate. So a president can only be elected twice and you're out after 8 years. Reps and senators can get elected over and over and over and over without any kind of limit.